يحلين حرم خياله من يطب أرطب اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. I usually don't open lives during the week. I usually open live on Fridays. But today, yesterday, and the day before, I have been going through TikTok and going through social media, etc. And I'm actually seeing stuff that are. I'm not gonna be like sugarcoating it. It's been embarrassing, to be honest. Because, like, let's be honest. Religion, to practice it, may seem easy, but to speak about it is actually not easy at all. And before we even dive into something, let's put a rule here. I'm not claiming that I know anything. I'm not claiming I'm more knowledgeable than anyone. Wallahi al-azim, wallahi al-azim, wallahi al-azim. The smallest one of you guys is more knowledgeable than me. What I'm trying to say today is, before we say anything, we should at least double check it. That's the simplest thing. Double check before we say anything about religion. If we are going to speak from our own will, from our own emotions, we need to state that in this case. Yani, for example, if someone asks you about something about religion and you want to give him or her an answer from your emotions, please say it before you speak. Say, I don't know the answer from the religious side, but I believe this is from my emotions. This is A, B, C. But stay, this is from your emotions. So people don't take, because, like, I actually feel sorry for the people, because people right now, they take whatever people tell them to do. Yani, whatever. When someone asks someone a question and they get the answer, most of the people don't go and double check the answer. They just take it as it is. As if it's something, I don't know, being said from the Prophet. Doesn't work like this. Even if a scholar tells you something, you need to double check it. A scholar. Not a layman opening a TikTok live. So what I'm trying to say before we start is, please don't take this as I'm making people think no, wallahi I'm not. Wallahi al-azim I'm not. And not what I'm trying to say. I just want people to say the right stuff, or at least be sure of what they say. Not mentioning any names or anything. Few hours ago, few minutes ago, I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw a live on Swedish. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. يعني, some people, may Allah guide them, having a live about religion, having their profile picture, and challenging Sunnis, and all of these stuff. But they, anyways. So what I try to say is, we need to understand the position of Ahlul Bayt from this. We need to understand the position of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam from these exact stuff that are happening. People speaking from emotions, people speaking, explaining hadith and Quranic verses, and everything from emotions, from what they think is right. So if we go to a book called Mizan al-Hikmah, لمحمد الرشيري, volume 3, page 2372. Basically, it's a book talking about politics, religion, adab, morals, everything based on Ahlul Bayt's hadith. So it's taken from Al-Kafi, from علل الشرائع, from our books. So he has a chapter called التحذير من الإفتاء بغير علم الكتاب. يعني you speaking about religion or giving fatwas about religion when you don't know the rules of the Holy Quran. And the Quran have many verses about this. For example, in Surah Al-Haqqa, it says ولو تقول علينا بعض الأقاويل لأخذنا منه باليمين ثم لقطعنا منه الوتين. By the way, the verses is not with tashkil, so it may be wrong when I'm reading it because it's just basic Arabic. And then in like Surah An-Nur 15, he says وتقولون بأفواهكم ما ليس لكم به علم وتحسبونه هين وهو عند الله عظيم. And then we have in Surah Al-An'am 21 ومن أظلم ممن افترى على الله كذبا أو كذب بآياته. Surah Al-Zumar 60 ويوم القيامة ترى الذين كذبوا على الله وجوههم مسودة. The verses are clear. Clear verses. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, he said, من أفتى الله من أفتى الناس بغير علم كان ما يفسده من الدين أكثر مما يصلحه. This is mentioned in Bihar al-Anwar, volume 2, page 121, and volume 35, page 36. What does it mean? He says, whoever talks about religion without knowledge is destroying more in the religion than fixing. Because some people, they say, yeah, we're talking about Shia, etc. because we want to build a clear picture of Shia Islam. We want to make it more beautiful. The Prophet ﷺ, he says, no, you're destroying it more than fixing it. And then عنه صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم, he says, من أفتى الناس وهو لا يعلم الناسخ من المنسوخ والمحكم من المتشابه فقد هلك وأهلك. يعني basically whoever speaks about religion and doesn't even know the difference between abrogated and abrogations in Quran, he is destroyed and he destroys people. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam في كتاب كنز العمال, he says من أفتى بغير علم لعنته ملائكة السماء والأرض. Whoever speaks without knowledge has la'na from the angels in heaven, in earth and heavens. Like when we read these stuff, aren't we scared of speaking about religion without knowledge? Just reading these Quranic verses and these 2-3 hadiths, they are clear. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask about religion, you shouldn't talk about religion. No. But don't claim that what you're saying is what the religion is saying. والله العظيم وأعوذ بالله من كلمة أنا. والله العظيم, every time before I open a live, I read the sources, I double check, I see what I'm gonna say. Is it right or wrong? And after the live, I download the live and I listen to what I said to double check that I didn't say something that is wrong. Because this is a responsibility. Because even if you don't claim that you are a scholar, if you are knowledgeable, people will listen. There's kids on this app, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. They wouldn't understand. Maybe you have another understanding, and maybe you are trying to deliver it with emotions, let's say. Maybe you are right. Maybe what you are saying are right. It's not wrong. This is what the religion is saying. But you are delivering it in a way that this kid, the 9 years old, will understand it in a wrong way. And that is wrong. الإمام الباقر عليه السلام, he says من أفتى الناس بغير علم ولا هدى من الله لعنته ملائكة الرحمة وملائكة العذاب ولحقه وزر من عمل بإفتائه. So whoever speaks without knowledge have la'na from the angels of mercy and the angels of adhab, and whoever follows what he said will get the same punishment. So do you understand how hard this is? Do you understand? You are making people going to hell, because Al-Baqir says whoever listens and follows what this guy without knowledge have said, you will get the same punishment. So it's not like you say, yeah, but I didn't force anyone to listen to me. No, they will. They will. You have a platform. People, every gender, every age, different culture, they will listen to you. So you need to be careful. You need to have a good display in front of people. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. And it's a long chapter. It's about 20 pages full of hadith about how wrong this is. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he has a famous wasiyah. It's called al-Wasiyya al-Dhahabiyya, the golden will. And it's mentioned what the Shaykhain have narrated, As-Saduq wal-Tusi. It's a long will, but we will take the most important of it. Okay? He says, معاشر الشيعة كونوا لنا زينا ولا تكولوا علينا شينا قولوا للناس حسنا واحفظوا ألسنتكم وكفوها عن الفضول وقبيح القول. He's speaking directly to us. O Shia, be a good display to us, not a bad display. represent us in a good way, not in a bad way. And say to the people, he didn't say Shia, he didn't mention, he says people, general. Say to people good sayings and save your tongues. Save your tongues. Because tongues that Allah have created for us are our worst enemy. Wallahi, your tongue can either take you to heaven or hell. That's how important it is to know what you're saying, to know what you're speaking, how you speak. And he says, وَكُفُّوهَا عَنِ الْفُضُولِ وَقَبِيحِ الْقَوْلِ. And stay away from trying to get into people's lives, يعني trying to know everything about people and saying bad stuff. Again, معاشر الشيعة كونوا لنا زينا ولا تكونوا علينا شينا. قولوا للناس حسنا واحفظوا ألسنتكم وكفوها عن الفضول وقبيح القول. We'll try to summarize the wasiyah of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam with 5 points. First, كونوا لنا زينا ولا تكونوا علينا شينا. In this part of the wasiyah, Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he shows us the importance of reflecting the akhlaq of Ahlul Bayt. To show the people the akhlaq of Ahlul Bayt, the knowledge of Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdal as-salatu was-salam. And the seerah, the biography of Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdal as-salatu was-salam. And this not only by speaking or what you're saying. No. This is also how you act in front of people. The way you act, the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you laugh, the way you joke, everything. Sulukiyat. So this is so important because when you represent yourself as a Shia or as a debater, for example, or as someone that has a platform sitting and talking to people, people will see you, one individual, as the whole Shia community. And that's how it is. That's how people are. They judge a whole religion based on what one guy can do. And this is how it is. So we need to know how we display Shia Islam. How we speak to people. So we need to know how to communicate with people. Because if we want to follow what Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam have ordered us to do, then we are forced to do these things. Kunu lana. The Imam are basically saying, you guys are representing us. So whatever you do and say is reflecting on us. This doesn't mean that the Imams will get downgraded or anything. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. Never. The Imams are what they are. Just like if we don't pray, this doesn't affect Allah. But it affects the religion. When we do stuff that represents Ahlul Bayt in a bad way, we are destroying a religion. Maybe this guy that you were disrespecting, maybe he was so close to become a Shia, and because of what you did, because of what you said, because the way you talked to him, he ran away. He became an atheist or a Salafi or... So do you understand the loss you just did? So Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq here, he showed how it's important to be good with people, to have good morals with other people, and for us to stick to the rules of mu'ashara and to the morals of being around people. So this is an order by the Imam alayhi salam, and the Imam doesn't speak from his own emotions. The Imam are taking from his father, and his father from his father until the Prophet. And the Prophet have taken from Jibreel, and Jibreel have taken from Allah. So this is an order from Allah. كونوا لنا زينا ولا تكونوا علينا شينا. So the Imam alayhi salam is showing us how it's important to reflect or to present Ahlul Bayt in a good way, in a good manner. You don't need to lie about your religion. You don't need to make people feel happy. So you create hadith that makes it. No, but do it in a good way. If someone comes to you, he's trying to learn religion. For example, we take an example, a 20 years old and a 10 years old. You can't speak to them in the same way. You can't speak to them in the same tone. This doesn't mean you're talking to them from different aspects, but you just making yourself speak to them with their level. So every person has a level. Everyone has emotions. And the Imam is clearly saying that we need to think about these stuff. If someone comes to you and he's interested in Shia Islam and he asks you, am I a kafir? You can't direct, yes, you are a kafir, you will go to Jahannam, Allah will do 1, 2, 3 with you. Habibi, I'm not telling you to go and say, no, you are in Jannah. No, but say it in a good way. Say it in a way that his brain will accept it. Say, for example, maybe even if you weren't a real Muslim, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He says that whoever have done sins and repentant, He will exchange your sins with good deeds. So tell him, I wish I was in your position. I wish I was a bad guy who repented, because then everything I did will be exchanging good deeds. So barakallahu fika akhi, and I hope you continue on your repentance. This way you will make him feel better, you have delivered the message to him, and in the same time he listened to you. Don't say, yes, you are a kafir, mushrik, you will go to Jahannam, Allah will burn you, the angels will do this. Akhi, it's wrong. If Islam was about scaring people, then the Prophet would go around with sword and just threat Mecca and Medina to make them Muslims. And he had the power to do so, but he didn't. Why? Because من شاء فليؤمن ومن شاء فليكفر. The Quran says whoever want to believe, let them believe. And whoever doesn't want to believe, let them be disbelievers. لَكُمْ دِينَكُمْ وَلِيَ دِينِ. You have your religion, I have my religion. You can't force anyone into your religion. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he says, أقرأ على من ترى إنه يطعنني منهم ويأخذ بقول السلام وأوصيكم بتقوى الله عز وجل والورع في دينكم والاجتهاد لله وصدق الحديث وإيداء الأمانة وطول السجود وحسن الجوار فبهذا جاء محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أدوا الأمانة إلى من ائتمنكم عليها برأ أو فجرا فإن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله كان يأمر بإيداع الخيط والمخيط صلوا عشائركم واشهدوا جنائزهم وعودوا مرضاهم وآدوا حقوقهم فإن الرجل منكما إذا ورع في دينه وصدق الحديث وأدى الأمانة وحسن خلقه مع الناس قيل هذا جعفري فيسرني ذلك ويدخل علي منه السرور وقيل هذا أدب جعفر وإن كان على غير ذلك دخل علي بلؤائه وعاره وقيل هذا أدب جعفر فوالله لحدثني أبي عليه السلام إن الرجل كان يكون في القبيلة من الشيعة علي عليه السلام فيكون زينها آداؤهم للأمانة وأقضاهم للحقوق وأصدقهم للحديث إليه وصاياهم وودائعهم تسأل العشيرة عنه فتقول من مثل فلان إنه لآدانا للأمانة وأصدق للحديث. So this is how important this is. This is how important this is. This is in الكافي. Not only in الكافي. من لا يحضره الفقيه، تفسير العياشي، صفات الشيعة، الاختصاص، تحف العقول، الوافي، وسائل الشيعة. So it's important. So we see from this hadith the importance of having morals, of having akhlaq, of to know how you should react with people, how you should act with people from different sects, from different religions, and stick to the morals of Islam. Stick of delivering your amana. Stick to telling the truth. Stick to having good morals. Stick to giving people their rights and helping the sick people and being a good neighbor. See how Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq in his wasiyah, how much he is focusing on these stuff. This is telling us something how important it is to be a good human being, a good representative of Ahlul Bayt in front of people. Because the Imam knows people likes the guy or the girl to have good morals. It makes the people listen to you more. And when they listen to you more, then these people may be guided because of you, because of your morals, because of the stuff you said to them. Because alayhi salam said, Husnul khulqi مجلب استغفر الله مجلب له للمودة. So having good morals will attract the love of people to you. So we see how important it is. And I know you're gonna say, why are you repeating? Because it's important. Just like the Imam have repeated, having good morals is important. We need to do this more. Islam is not just takfiring everyone. Islam is not going and just debating the wall. You just want to debate anything, anyone, anywhere. To show yourself. To make people tell you ahsant in the comments. This is for you a victory. Stand in front of yourself in the mirror. Say, am I comfortable with myself? If I face Allah in this moment, can I do this? If Israel come and take my life right now, am I ready for this? My morals, were they okay under my lifetime? How I act with people, what I said to people, what I told people. One word from you can cause a whole trauma to people. And Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq have told us how bad it is to act with people without morals. He says, إياكم أن تعملوا عملا يعيرون به فإن ولد السوء يعير والده بعمله كونوا لمن انقطعتم إليه زينا ولا تكونوا علينا شينا. So it says إياكم أن تعملوا عملا يعيرون به. So the Imam is giving us an order, and he says, be careful from doing an action that people will take it back to us and make fun of us or ask us about it. So the Imam here is also confirming how representing Shia, talking about Shia is like representing the Imams. So it's a huge responsibility that we need to think about. We need to reconsider. Because the Imam says, a bad son, people talks about his dad. So the Imams here are showing that we are like their children. So whatever we do, it's like the Imams have done. So do good. كونوا لمن انقطعتم إليه زينا ولا تكونوا عليه شينا. And sheen في اللغة العربية, it means anything عيب, anything قبيح. So everything we say, everything we do that is عيب or قبيح, the Imam are denying us from doing it. He is ordering us to not do it. So if we still do it because we think saying words to Sunnis making Shia get victory, no, akhi, you're going against the Imam by this. And the Imam says, also see how much he repeated this word in different hadiths. كونوا لنا زينا ولا تكونوا علينا شيئا. حببونا إلى الناس ولا تبغضونا إليهم. Make people love us and do not make people hate us. The Imam are not saying this because it matters. If people hate Imam Ali, that doesn't make Imam Ali worse, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. No, but the Imam are trying to show us how important it is to represent them. I know I'm repeating myself, but the Imam are also repeating himself to show us how important it is. حببوا إلى الناس حببونا إلى الناس ولا تبغضونا إليه. جوروا إلينا كل مودة وادفعوا عنا كل قبيح. Try to attract to us every good action and try to block every single qabih from us, every single bad action from us, every single bad word from us. You going to a Sunni live without any reason, for example, calling Aisha a word, they will reply to you about the Imams. The Imam are ordering us to stay away from these stuff. Now, I'm not telling you if they say something about the Imams without any reason, you should be quiet. But don't start it. The Imam are denying us from doing it. He's ordering us from doing it. وادفعوا عنا كل قبيح. فادفعوا عنا كل قبيح. So every time someone says something about the Imams because of you, you will face the Imam in the day of judgment and he will tell you, I ordered you to not do it and you still did it. So can you take this? Can you stand in front of the Imam and tell them, because of me someone cursed you? The Imam doesn't get affected by it. فما قيل فينا من خير فنحن أهله وما قيل فينا من شر فوالله ما نحن كذلك. So whatever said about us in a good way represent us, and whatever is said in a bad way is not even close to us. But we need to understand, to take this into our brain. وَادْفَعُوا عَنَّا كُلَّ قَبِيحٍ. Do you understand the meaning, the value of this? Yani subhanallah, you opening a live without even having the knowledge of defending Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, and you curse other people to start a fitna or to get some viewers, you're going against the Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. And the best way to attract people to Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, as the Imam said, do it, is by having good adab, having good akhlaq, having good morals. Because this is what the Imam wants from us. Why do we always go against the Imams? The Imams are ordering us to pray. We leave the prayer to have a debate with a Sunni. The Imam are ordering us to have good akhlaq. We have the worst akhlaq ever. Why? Why do we like to go against our Imams? أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. Obeying the Imams is like obeying Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the Imams are ordering us to do good, to have good morals, to stay away from bad actions, and we still do it in the name of defending Shia Islam. Shia doesn't need to be defended, akhi. Wallahi al-Azim, I don't care if a Sunni becomes Muslim. Wallahi al-Azim, I don't care. It's better. Of course it's better. And I would be happy. But my most important background of having these lives is to make Shia strong in their faith. Because I saw many people, they are doubting Ahlul Bayt, they are doubting Shia Islam. But now, alhamdulillah, the people I know that are close to me, around me, since I started this life, nobody can shake their faith because they are so strong in their faith. They know they are on the right path. And this is what I wanted from these lives. This is what I wanted from opening lives. This is what I wanted in the first place of debating. Not to show off, not to defend Shia Islam, because Shia doesn't need to be defended. Shia is a strong, it's the right path. And the right path doesn't need any defending. But I wanted to people to know they are on the right path. And I can't leave it. I have a message to deliver. Once I have delivered it, I will be gone. Because I don't want to do anything for myself. If I wanted to do anything for myself, I would sit here, show my face, start cursing everyone and anyone, and get my live up to 300, 400 views. So the Imams are clear. جروا إلينا كل مودة وادفعوا عنا كل قبيح. brothers and sisters. Attract to us all the good deeds and deflect any bad sayings about us, any bad words about us. So stop going attacking people, making them cursing the Imams, make them curse Sayyida Narjis alayhi salam, make them curse Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. Of course they will get a sin, but the sin you will get is double the sin they will get. Because of you they said this. It's because of your actions, because of your morals. What is the meaning of joining someone's life and the first thing you do is cursing, for example, Aisha? I'm not defending Aisha. You guys know, the people that have been with me, they know. They know my faith and they know what I think about Sahaba. Everyone, from the biggest to the smallest. I don't care about them. I don't buy them with a penny. But don't go and start stuff when you know these people will attack the Imams. It's haram. Haram. Don't you understand what haram is? And it's even more haram when you talk without religion, without what's called astaghfirullah rabbi wa atubu ilayh. Wallah, I forgot the word. Without knowledge. And Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq said, أوصيكم بتقوى الله والعمل بطاعته واجتناب معاصيه وأداء الأمانة لمن ائتمنكم وحسن الصحابة لمن صحبتموه وإن تكونوا لنا دعاة صامتين. دعاة صامتين. What does it mean? The Imams alayhi salam, he says, my will to you guys is to fear Allah and to obey Allah and do what's obligatory upon you in religion and stay away from sins. And if there is an amana that people have gave you, you should keep it. And be good in friendships. And be what? Give da'wah to us in silence. وَأَن تَكُونُوا لَنَا دُعَاةً صَامِتِينَ. Now you probably wonder, how can we give da'wah when we are silent? The Imam answered this. They asked him, يا ابن رسول الله وكيف ندعو إليكم ونحن صموت? How can we give da'wah about you, Imams, when we are quiet? He says, تعملون ما أمرناكم به من العمل بطاعة الله. First of all, you do what we have ordered you to do in having faith in Allah and in doing your obligatory in Islam. Yani your prayers, your fasting, amr bil ma'ruf, nahi anil munkar. That's the first step. وَتَتَنَاهُونَ عَمَّا نَهَيْنَاكُمْ عَنْهُ مِنْ ارْتِكَابِ مَحَارِمِ اللَّهِ. And stay away from doing haram, from doing sins. And stay away from the stuff that we ordered you to stay away from. وَتُعَامِلُونَ النَّاسَ بِالصِّدْقِ وَالْعَدْلِ. And you talk to people or handle people or communicate with people with truthful and justice. وتؤدون الأمانة وتأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر ولا يطلع الناس منكم إلا على خير. فإذا رأوا ما أنتم عليه. So when the people see what you are doing from having good deeds, having good morals, praying to Allah, fasting, they will say, هؤلاء الفلانية رحم الله فلانا ما كان أحسن ما يؤدب أصحابه. So when they see you with good morals, with good speakings, with being just, with having good relationships with your friends, they will say, may Allah have mercy upon this sect, and may Allah have mercy upon the leader that taught them how to be like this. Are you getting the hang of where the Imam are going? وَعَلَّمُوا فَضْلَ مَا كَانَ عِنْدِنَا فَسَارَعُوا إِلَيْهِ. So when they say this, they will be interested to know who your leader are. And they will race to know your religion. And then they will follow us. So this is how you become what? دُعَاةً صَامِتِينَ. People giving da'wah in silence. Because if someone sees you as a complete person, and nobody is perfect, of course, but when someone sees you're fighting for your salah, you're fighting for your religion, you are having so much passion in it, they will be interested. And when they are interested, their minds will be more open to learn than you going into their lives, attacking them right away. They will not become Shia when the first thing you say is Aisha is this, Aisha is that. Inna rajulan nazala bi Aisha. They will not become Shia because of this hadith. Wallahi, they will not. Not a single guy or a woman or anyone have become Shia because of this hadith. This is the truth. Why would we lie to ourselves? Of course, this hadith, we condemn them and we use them against the Sunnis to show that the religion have so many bad stuff. But nobody will become Shia of this hadith. It's the other way around. They will attack you. Because when you do this, they will be in a defensive mode. And when they are in a defensive mode, their brain will stop listening to you. And no, it will not open their eyes. Wallahi, it will not. It will be the opposite around. Because if it will, then the Imam would told us to do so. But the Imam didn't tell us to do so. Because they will be just defending at this point. And when you're defending, you're the weak opponent here. When you're weak, you will never listen to the attacker. This is psychology. These stuff, of course, it can be brought up when and where. It has their specific time. It has their specific place. If we are discussing a specific topic, of course, we can take this. But us going and the first thing we say is this hadith, wallahi, it will not make them Shia. This is how people work. This is how people work. They work with emotions, especially people on social media. If we go to a sheikh in a jami', that's a different story. You can say whatever you want. Because he knows about these hadith, he knows how to handle them, he knows how to answer them. It's a different story. I'm talking about social media. The Imam continues and says, he said, أشهد على أبي محمد بن علي لقد سمعته يقول كان أو أولياؤنا وشيعتنا فيما مضى خير من كانوا فيه. إن كان إمام مسجد في الحي كان منهم، وإن كان مؤذن في القبيلة كان منهم، وإن كان صاحب وداعية كان منهم، وإن كان صاحب أمانة كان منهم، وإن كان عالم من الناس يقصدونه لديهم ومصالح أمورهم كان منهم. فكونوا أنتم كذلك حببونا إلى الناس ولا تبغضونا إليهم. So the Imam says before, and when the Imam says before, it means it's changed right now. And he feels sorry about this. He says before, the Imam of the masjid was one of us, يعني Shia. The Mu'adhin was one of us. The people who trusted, the trusted people was from us. The leaders was from us. The people that needed any help was from us. The scholars was from us. So be like them and make people love us and do not make people hate us. So it's clear. The Imam are telling us, do this in a right way. Do this with good morals. They will, once you show them the morals of Ahlul Bayt, the knowledge of Ahlul Bayt, they don't need to see what Aisha did in her home to become Shia. They will automatically realize that. They will automatically see this hadith. And you can talk about this hadith. But what I'm trying to say is, do not use this as the first thing you say. Because even though, let's say they listen to this hadith and it opened their eyes, do you think they're going to become Shia? Even if they want to, you made them in a defensive mode, so even if they want to become Shia, they will win it, because their ego is too high. They will go and ask any Imam in the Friday prayer, he will lie to them with few words and they will trust him. Why? Because they are in a defensive mode. And when you are in a defensive mode, you are weaker. So you need something that strengthens you. So whatever anyone will tell you, will trust him, even if it's wrong, even if it's fake. You need to use psychology in religion. Psychology is important, to know how people think, to know how people will take this. So show the morals, speak with them with logic, speak with them with Quran and Sunnah. Later on, when they have opened their mind and opened their hearts, you can go into details with this stuff. And this is not my words, guys. This is the Imam. This is the Imam saying. So if you say no, you're saying no to the Imam. If you say no, maybe no, but I would still... No, you're denying the Imam's words. Right off. You don't know more than the Imam. If this was the right way, the Imam would tell us to do this. So he says, كونوا لنا دعاة صامتين. Pray your prayers. Praise Allah. Have faith in Allah. Have good morals. Do good deeds. Have good akhlaq. Have good speakings. In this way, people will become Shia. It's a rule from the Imam. As-Sadiq alayhi salam also said, قولوا للناس حسنا. Say to the people good sayings. And this saying of the Imam is not only an hadith, it's also in the Quran. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. Allah and the Imam are telling us to do so. للناس, general speakings. الناس, everyone. And عليه السلام also said اتقوا الله ولا تحملوا الناس على أكتافكم إن الله يقول في كتابه وقولوا للناس حسنا. Have faith in Allah and don't carry people on your shoulders, because Allah says وقولوا للناس حسنا. So don't care what people think of you. You have a path, you should follow. قرآن نحن البيت. Your goal is Jannah. Don't care what people tell you. Don't get offended if someone calls you a kafir. I've seen so many people crying in Sunni love just because okay, let them call you kafir, akhi. What's wrong with it? They will call you kafir. They see you as a kafir. It doesn't change anything in your religion. It doesn't change anything in your faith. It doesn't affect us in any way. It affects them, because they are doing something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have told us not to do. They are judging you instead of Allah. So leave them. Just laugh about it. Who cares? الحمد لله الذي جعل أعدائنا من الحمقى. Imam Salih alayhi salam thanks Allah that he made our enemies stupid. So leave them, laugh about it. You don't need to get offended, because this is what they want from you. And Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam in the tafsir of this ayah قولوا للناس أحسن ما تحبون أن يقال فيكم. So tell the people what you wish people will tell you. إن الكلام العذب والقول الحسن وفصاحة المنطق يؤثر إيجابيا في الناس. So the Imam Ali said, عود لسانك لين الكلام وبذل السلام يكثر محبوك ويقل مبغضوك. يعني train your tongue to say easy words. Learn your tongue to say peaceful words. More people will love you and less people will hate you. Imam Ali also said من عذب لسانه كثر أخوانه. Whoever torture their tongue, he will get more brothers. And this doesn't mean you go and you get a scissor and you just take away your tongue. No. It means have good tongue, speak with good morals, and you will get more brothers, and less people will hate you. This is what the Imam's words, like Wallahi al-Azim. And I'm 100% sure, Wallahi, I'm 100% sure, some of people watching right now, they are still not satisfied with what I'm saying. As if I'm saying something from my pocket. It's the Imam's words, أخي. غصبا عليك وعلى أهلك مشي عليك. If you don't follow it, you're going against the Imams. Simple as that. If you want to go against the Imams, go against them. غصبا عليك. The Imam's words are تشريع, شريعة. You don't follow it, جهنم وبئس المصير. حظك يطيح. You follow it, جنة الفردوس. فانت بكيفك. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam also says من عذب لسانه زكى عقله. So basically whoever uses their brain more than their tongue is better. And عليه السلام also says ثلاث خصال من رزقها كان كاملا. 3 stuff. If you have them, you're complete in your religion. What are they? عقل, brain. والجمال, beautiful. And when he says beautiful, he doesn't mean your face. He means as you're like a person. والفصاحة. Fasaha means you speak with knowledge. You speak with morals. You speak the truth. Fasaha, you cannot be a fasih if you're using a bad word. That's why Arabi, it's called Al-Arab Fusha. Why? Because it's high level of language. And you cannot be at high level of language when you're using curse words. Right? So the Imam says, you are complete if you have a brain, you're beautiful, and you are fasih. High level in language. فلا تصير غبي. And also, the most important of everything we read is وَاحْفَظُوا أَلْسِنَتَكُمْ. Protect your tongues. يعني the Imam are speaking about tongue as if it's the worst enemy. And it is the worst enemy. Our tongues are the worst enemy. Because he says عليه السلام وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. This is an ayah in the Quran. So the Imam says هو أن يتقول الرجل عليك بالباطل أو يأتيك بما ليس فيك فتعرض عنه لله. So if someone comes to you and he tells you stuff about you that are wrong, false, باطل, and he says you did something that you haven't done, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Imam, he says you should leave him to Allah. These are the truthful believers. فَتَعْرُضَ عَنْ, you leave him to Allah. It's not a weakness to leave someone to Allah. It's the way around. Wallahi al-Azim, try this one time. Someone comes to you attacking you. Laugh in his face and say, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil, and go away. Wallahi al-Azim, you will burn his heart. Wallahi al-Azim, he would wish that you spat on his face, but you didn't say this word to him. Wallahi, he will be cooking inside of him. He will try to, I don't know, he will run after you to kickbox you or something. Because when someone attacks you, he's expecting from you a reflex. So when you don't give him what he wanted to, this will make him burn. Wallahi al-Azim, it will make him want to cry. So the Imam alayhi salam, he's ordering us to do so. فَتَعْرُضُ عَنْهُ لِلَّهِ. And Ali alayhi salam, Amir al-Mu'mineen, he says, this is why I'm telling you, your tongue is your worst enemy. He says, كَم مِّنْ إِنسَانٍ أَهْلَكَهُ لِسَانٍ. How many people have put themselves in danger, in worse spots, because of their tongues. And him alayhi salam also said, رُبَّ كَلِمَةٍ سَلِبَتْ نِعْمَةً فأغزن لسانك كما تغزن ذهبك وورقك. So he says a word can take away ni'am from you. Because of a word, you can lose something. A ni'mah from Allah Azza wa Jal. Because him alayhi salam also says, الكلام في وثاقك ما لم تتكلم به فإذا تكلمت به صرت في وثاقه فاخزن لسانك كما تخزن ذهبك وورقك فرب كلمة سلبت نعمة وجلبت نقمة. He says, save your words as you save gold and papers. Because a word can take away a ni'mah from you and it can bring to you niqmah. Like, please think about these words of the Imams alayhim salam. He's telling you a word can take away ni'mah from you. Ni'mah. And bring to you niqmah, the opposite. And the Imam says, save your words as you save your gold. We protect gold, right? We put it in a safe case. We take it to the bank. Do the same thing with your words. Think before you speak. Allah have given you a brain to think before you speak. احفظ لسانك فإن الكلمة أسيرة في وثاق الرجل فإن أطلقها صار أسيرا في وثاقها. When you say a word, you will be imprisoned in your own word. You will be a prisoner of your own self. Because the Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam says, إذا أراد الله بعبد خزيا أجرى فضيحته على لسانه. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to expose someone, He will put his expose in his tongue. Because the Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam says, النطق راحة للروح والسكوت راحة للعقل. Speaking is satisfied to the soul, but being silent is satisfied to the brain. And this is what I want to end with, inshallah. So please, brothers and sisters, please, for the sake of Allah, and I will upload this to YouTube also. So if you haven't subscribed, click on my bio. There's a YouTube symbol, YouTube icon. Click on it and subscribe. Because you need to listen to this at least 3 or 4 times. Because wallahi al-azim, speaking without knowledge is haram. Haram. And when I say knowledge, doesn't mean you need to read every single book in the history. No, but no, double check, like before you open a live, prepare something, read the hadith, understand them, have a script of what you're gonna say, do it, no worries. If you're 100% sure that what you're saying is right, according to the Imams and the Quran, go ahead. But please, just because you're bored in a Friday night, you open a live, starting cursing people, thinking this will make them Shia. No, this is against the Imams. الإمام الباقر عليه السلام, he says, لو كنا نفتي الناس برأينا وهوانا لكنا من الهالكين ولكنا نفتيهم بآثار من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وأصول علم عندنا نتورثها كبارا عن كابر. He says, if we speak from our own will or emotions, we will be from the halikin, from the descents, disbelievers. An imam, infallible, is scared to speak something from his own will. Who are you to speak from your will? Who are you? You're like 13 years old, akhi. Go play some PUBG or Fortnite or something. An imam, infallible, is scared to speak from his will. And you don't even know how to clean yourself. You will sit here and do explanations of the Quran, of the Sunnah, and you speak as if it's khalas, yani. You need 2 steps and you will be infallible, inshallah. It's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm trying to deliver this message in different way, different language, so you get it in your head. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم كل وليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. And I end with the words of Imam Sadiq عليه السلام, and he said, خصلتين مهلكتين تفتي الناس برأيك أو تدين بما لا تعلم. 2 stuff will make you a disbeliever, will make you a dissenter. Speaking without knowledge about religion and judging without knowledge. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.